Taken down right at the 20.
Number 19 on return.
Double tight.
Set. Green, 39. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
Check.
All right, now look at 56. 319. 56. 319. Watch him now, Barney.
Check 13.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Out.
All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Beathard to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Tight end right.
Leopard.
Right.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
Slot man moves right.
319.
Check 37.
Watch him now, Barney.
To throw is Beathard. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw Beathard. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find something.
Now a hit and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Line 80. Takes 2.
4 down.
Middle.
Check. 4 down.
Let go. Lock sword.
Check.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Check three.
Check up, sir.
Single.
Righty.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And caught right side, Green. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Righty, righty.
Shift.
Righty.
Let's go.
Some.
Oh, barely. They snapped it at 1. Now Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The two old workhorses, Palmer and Fitzgerald, connecting there for a Cardinal first.
Single.
Righty.
Jack 31.
Check go. White 90. Righty. Some. Cherry.
Hang with us.
Check go. White 90. Cherry.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Check go. Righty. Cherry.
Watch safety creep. Creeping.
Some.
On second down, Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Single. Slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Black tag.
Watch
Some.
Twill.
Cherry, 76.
Don't get nervous.
Righty.
From the gun, it's Palmer.
Jack 31.
Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Check go.
Hey, we got four.
Righty.
We got four down.
Righty.
Check safety.
Check go. White 90.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Big edge.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Got double tight.
Check go. White 80.
Hey. Four down.
Cherry.
Hey,
76.
Switch gears.
From the shotgun, it's Palmer. He's going to air it out deep for Green. A swing pass caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Cardinals. Ladarius Green, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that, and no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this, because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little chance to go back out and say, okay. Now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
Do you almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened, but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the rookie from Utah, this is Joe Williams. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second down following the run.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Back 99, Philly, here we go. Back, no, check. Patriot. Back 99, Philly, here we go.
To throw is Beathard. Caught out left side by Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Woo! I know you feel that.
Gun. Now let's go.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Now, lucky 56. Let's go. Leopard.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here we go now.
Now Williams. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the... That's caught inside the 20. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Now let's go. Over.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Go.
Beathard. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up first and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Here's Beathard to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
No.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll throw here. Beathard. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is
No.
right.
Check. Patriot. Watch you now, Barney.
Check me out.
All right, here we go.
In motion left, Robinson.
Detroit.
Switch.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky Detroit.
He'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline, somewhat happy.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau.
Tight end right.
Righty, let go.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Right,
4 down.
righty. Let go.
Hey, watch the edge. Watch the edge.
Righty. Right 90.
Wide.
They begin the drive with Johnson.
Shake it hot read.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Yeah, baby. Man left. Four down. Check.
They go to Johnson again. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Double tight.
To go.
Four down. Check. Four down. Shift.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Here we go. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. I'm coming.
To go. Black 10.
Slam.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Runs over him. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Two tights. Hey, four down.
Right 90.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
On 2nd down, Palmer. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Double tight.
To go.
Four down.
Righty.
Check 26.
Righty. Black 10.
Check.
Cherry. 76. Righty.
3rd and 2, now Palmer. And able to find Green. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
To go. Righty.
Hey, we got four. We got four down.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer.
Kill.
And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey. Four down.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right.
Check 84.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Palmer. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Two tights. We got 4.
Let go.
We got 4.
Cherry. Righty.
Watch the shift. Watch
Let
the
go.
shift. Hey,
Back,
watch
Eddie.
the shift. Watch the shift. Under 10.
2nd and goal to go now. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point try now for Dawson. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Watch it now, Barney.
In motion left, Robinson.
Over. No. Check.
Stay at home.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now Beathard. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie safety from Washington, Budda Baker. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
In today's NFL, it might have surprised some people, but San Francisco was really, really hot to pick up Kyle Juszczyk from Baltimore, and they acquired him. Why? He can do everything. Block it? Yeah, of course he can. But he can catch the ball well out of the backfield, too.
Led all fullbacks in receptions the last 2 years and played in his first Pro Bowl a season ago. On second down, Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks, too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Over.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Golden. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to the booth right after this. Palmer gets him set. 3rd and long for the Cardinals after the sack. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Left hand, righty.
4 down, check. 4 down.
Now Palmer on 3rd and long. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Watch it now, Barney.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught. This is Burbridge. 23 yards on the play. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
To throw is Beathard. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's Beathard to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robinson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
He's coming. We got double up. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Check, go back. We got motion.
Back to throw Beathard. And that'll be incomplete. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number, led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Go. Left hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Good job.
David Johnson with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45.
I got you, boy.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey.
All right, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
He can run for it, and he will. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Get there. Leopard. No. Patriot. 319. Leopard.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Marcus Golden. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Watch left. He's tight right there.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Mike 20, Mike
Blue
20, Mike 20.
90.
To throw is Beathard. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Let's get it.
Shift together here from the D-line. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
Strong right.
Set.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
Get that penetration, D-line.
With it is Brown. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. The Chiefs have taken the lead in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Righty,
Check.
righty.
Crunch. Crunch.
Check out.
Three's the mic. Three's the mic.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Big hit.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Hey, we got tight left, tight left.
Check out. Round 80.
4 down.
Now it's Palmer. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
3 down.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Hey, we got tight right, tight right.
Check
Everyone's
out.
got 4.
Right
4 down.
90.
Check.
Cherry.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Palmer now. Underneath for Johnson. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Go. White 90.
Here's Palmer to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now running right through him. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards.
Left.
Righty. White Terry.
Right here, let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Palmer. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Righty.
Hey, 4 down.
From the gun, it's Palmer. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Dayon Buchanan. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Watch tight end.
I hear
Beathard. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Oh, and now he bowls him over. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Move.
Now, check.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Hey.
Griffin going to give to Johnson. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone.
Two jet. Under.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He's to the 10 and eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. That good for 19 and a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
Let go. Black 10.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Black 80. Up.
And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go play action with Griffin. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Bust through the tackle. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
That one good for 33 and a first. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. His throw incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
No. Check. Patriot.
Bang,
Patriot.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Tight end's right.
All right, here we go.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I see you.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Detroit. Here we go now. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Josh Bynes in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Man left, man left.
Over.
They'll throw here. Beathard. And the pressure gets to him again. Carlos Dansby in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Here's Beathard to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Get up. Let's go. Let's do it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now Brown. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Tight left, tight left. 4 down,
Under.
22, 22, eyes on 22.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
They run again with Logan. And it's a fumble. And this is going to be 49er football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Williams. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Niners on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Hyde. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. Now. Check. Patriot. Set.
Again, it's Williams. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
I know you feel that. Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey.
They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go. Gun.
Now Beathard. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And, yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gold now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel, No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Arizona, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.